critical? Are you being critical enough? Your review of the literature needs to be more critical. You are being descriptive rather than critical. Be more critical. Sound familiar? Yes, these are some very common comments that students receive from lecturers and professors when they're doing their dissertation. They are also what they hear when they get the grades for those dissertations, when those numbers are right there on the screen and it's too late. We don't want you to read that on your dissertation feedback sheet, do we? No, Liz, no, we don't. So keep watching. Before we can even start thinking about how to write critically, we've got to figure out how to read critically. If you are not reading with your critical hat on, you won't be engaging in that in-depth critical analysis that you need in your literature review. So let's get this sorted right now in this video. Let's look at the difference between general, normal, everyday reading and critical reading. There are some important differences between the way you should read for your literature review and the way you read things like books and magazines and newspapers for pleasure. Although, who reads newspapers for pleasure right now? They are just so full of misery, aren't they? Apart from the money off coupons. Or the bit where there's a recipe about how to make a fake pizza with pita bread. Anyway, there are 3 major differences between normal, everyday reading and critical reading. And I will use the analogy of dating to explain them. Yes, bear with me. So, everyday reading is a bit like casual dating. You're like, whatever, right? I'm not looking to get into anything right now. I'm just very laid back about the whole thing. Critical reading, that is like serious dating. Couple goals, on my way to the bling, telling my mum to go and buy a new hat. More specifically, let's look at those 3 major areas of difference. So the first difference is about purpose. The purpose of everyday reading, like casual dating, is to just get a basic feel for the situation, you know? I just want to read the text and take it in and see what it's all about. I want to spend a bit of time with it, but not too much time with it. You're not looking for anything serious right now. You just want to keep it casual. And you know what? You might be reading other things. No judgment here. On the other hand, the purpose of critical reading, which is like serious dating, you want to understand how that text works. You want to get right into it. You want to understand it inside out. You are looking for commitment, and you're not reading any other books until you are done with this one. This is serious. The second difference is about focus. Where is your focus? In everyday reading, which, as we know, is like casual dating, your focus is on what the text is saying to you. You're not questioning it. Hey, we should go to Bali in the summer. I would love to go away for the weekend with you. And you're like, oh. Critical reading, on the other hand, serious dating now, your focus is not on what the text is saying. Oh no, no, no. Your focus is on what the text is doing or not doing. So yeah, it's saying it wants to take you to Bali, but it hasn't called you for like 2 days and it hasn't read that WhatsApp that you sent this morning. Critical reading, because you need to be convinced, because it's not just enough to say that stuff, you've got to back it up. The third and final difference, direction. Where is it going? Everyday reading, like casual early dating, you're just kind of going with the flow. You're seeing how it goes. You are reading with the text. You are taking for granted that it's right. You really can't be bothered to disagree with it because you're just having a bit of fun, right? You're not too concerned with where it's going because what happens in chapter 20, whatever, you're only in chapter 2 right now. You're not bored yet. Critical reading, again, serious dating. You are a good few months into this relationship now and you just need to know where it's going. You are reading against the text. You are questioning its underlying assumptions. You are interpreting its meanings. You are analysing the fine details. Yeah, that message, that one where they said that thing, what did that, really mean? This one, I really like spending time with you. And you're like, is there a but coming? That one from last night, leave it with me, babe. Like for how long? Because it's been like 14 hours now. So reading for pleasure and critical reading, like casual and serious dating, are very different things. And just like in dating, getting the two mixed up, never going to end well. To summarise, purpose. Everyday reading, just get a basic feel for a text. Critical reading, get a really thorough understanding of how a text works. Focus. Everyday reading, you focus on what the text says. Critical reading, you focus on what the text does or doesn't do. Direction. Everyday reading, you are reading with the text. You are assuming that it is right. Critical reading, you are reading against the text. You are questioning its underlying assumptions and you are analysing it to bits. If you have found this video helpful, useful, mildly entertaining, do like and subscribe to my channel. And then go and check out my website where there are loads of free resources to help you with your studies. There are also some pretty fab planners and dissertation survival guides on there. And if you enter the code YouTube30, you will get 30% off. I will put the link to my website right here in the description, and I will be back very soon with more tips on how to be your very best student self. I will see you later, lovely people.